Tuesday 2032. Hendrik has 13 goals. Laxonen 8 clean sheets. My Dortmund team have the best defence and the second best attack in the league. And after 17 matches, we are 9 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga. Not that it matters, of course, because this year is all about the Champions League. We started that competition brilliantly. 4 wins on the bounce against Celtic, Ajax, Genk and Saloniki. We then drew against Villarreal and lost at home to Juve. Are we good enough for this competition? Well, we will find out this month because we are playing Atletico Madrid and Napoli away from home. And at the same time, there is the small matter of my final transfer window as the director of football. Reims want to sign Onda, who is an exceptional player in the making, but 5th choice left winger. He's made 2 appearances this season. He is just not getting game time. So for his development, we accept that offer. The rest of this squad, though, it doesn't need much work, if any at all. But this window might not be entirely in my control. Saltor is wanted by Milan and Bayern. Arsenal have a minor interest in Stroikens. Man United are hovering for Ledo, as well as Aspiensen. And Monaco's interest in Svenningsen just will not go away. In terms of incomings, we do have a little bit of money to play with, but it would have to be an exceptional long-term deal for me to make any moves. Unless, of course, Rule 9 forces my hand with any of these players wanted by other clubs. Whatever happens off-field, though, it's going to be a very busy January on the pitch. 4 Bundesliga games, our final 2 Champions League matches, a cup tie, and a friendly against Ajax for good measure. 3 goals for this month. Get to the next round of the Cup, qualify for the next round of the Champions League, ideally in the top 8, and stay top of the Bundesliga. That might be easier said than done, though, because later in the month we're playing second-placed Wolfsburg, and our first match back after the winter break is Leverkusen, who were champions the season before us. But you know what? We finally beat Bayern a month ago, so anything is possible. We warm up for Leverkusen with a 3-1 friendly defeat of Ajax. But then here come those destabilising bids. Bayern blink first. They offer a total package of around 50 million for Saltor, who is valued up to 69. So Rule 9 says I do not have to accept this, and I have absolutely no intention of doing so. He is a top-class fullback. Look at those attacking stats. Might not have scored this season, but his expected assists, his dribbles, his progressive passes, absolutely phenomenal. And in fact, we have just offered Saltor a new contract, so if he could hurry up and sign, that might deter any potential buyers and get rid of that £86 million minimum fee release clause. And of course, Monaco are back in for Svenningsen. 5.75 million though, against a maximum value of 7.4 in his market range? No, must do better, Monaco. Marquez is another player who wants a new contract, and although it looks like he won't push the issue, well, he deserves one. He's another fullback who's brilliant in the attacking third, 7.2 rating this year. 8 assists for us in our title-winning season last time out. So I am definitely happy to open negotiations. Saltor does sign on the dotted line, which is fantastic news, and hopefully that will eliminate all interest from other clubs at least until the end of the season. Onder does sign for Reims, moves away on loan until the end of the season, and Monaco are back in again for Svenningsen, but 7 million minimum is not 8. Try again then, Monaco, one more time. Now, I've been nervous about this match with Leverkusen, but we are pretty strong favourites. Leverkusen only 7th in the Bundesliga this season, and they have been having a rough year. They've won less than half of their matches, despite winning the league 2 seasons ago. We're 19 points clear of them. Everyone is training really well. Surely we can't mess this up. Well, we were worthy favourites, my excellent friends, and I am starting to believe that this season could be something very, very special. We completely dominated the match momentum. We had over 100 passes in their third of the pitch. 100 passes, 65% possession, and we absolutely destroyed them. Away from home, may I add. Just quality performances all round. Hendrik there playing a beautiful pass to Saltor, Quesada on the edge of the box, and Zayat putting the finishing touch on our 3rd goal. Yes, Leverkusen managed to get one back towards the end. We could have done a little bit better with our defending, but that was a quality lofted pass from old Dortmund player, old Everton boy Wetzel's there. If there's one thing that can be said about this director of Moneyball, I definitely have an eye for a player. And rather fabulously, Wolfsburg lost. So we're now 10 points clear. Bayern move up into second place. They do have a superior goal difference, so they are going to do their very best to chase us down, I have no doubt. But up next in the cup, we have Darmstadt, who are in 17th place in the Bundesliga 2. This is a brilliant chance to rotate the team, so please take it, Stuart. Please, just give the players a bit of a rest, because we could definitely do with them in the Champions League later this month. Fine, don't listen to me then. Zayat, Stroikens, Warner and Endrick all playing against a team almost 2 divisions below us. Svenningsson and Steele on as wing-backs, but we could have rotated a lot more than that. 5-1 victory. Didn't really get a lot of competition, did we? Although we did concede again, so I'm a little concerned about our defensive solidity. So it's a good job that Marquez has signed his new contract as well. That is our 2 best fullbacks nailed down. Oh, spatula. Monaco back in with an offer for Svenningsson, this time minimum of 8.5. I have no option, my excellent friends. Rule 9 has been activated. Moneyball says goodbye. So now I do have to leap into action in the transfer market. I need a backup left wing back. A £14 million release clause for Fernandes, who doesn't have the potential as Svenningsson, but pretty much the same current ability. Good Bundesliga player, consistent, resolute, and in fact his attributes in a lot of ways look a little bit better. And he is signing for us, £49,500 a week, coming in as a squad player. Wonderful news. We then crush Ingolstadt 4-0 to stay 10 points clear. Total match momentum domination. Very nice to see us keeping a clean sheet after conceding probably 2 goals that we shouldn't have done in the previous 2 matches. Zayat's there opening the scoring for us. Quality finish. Saltor with a corner and Dursdag, club captain, knocking in the corner. An Endrick penalty, no mistake. He has been sheer quality since signing for us. And another penalty, no mistake, at the other end of the pitch. What a joy to behold. Rather brilliantly, Leverkusen did us a massive favour against Wolfsburg as well, beating them 3-0 away from home. Wolfsburg now our next league match, but they have already dropped to 4th place and have lost 4 of their last 6 league matches. But first, we've got Atletico Madrid away from home in the Champions League. And they're not in the best of form either. They're currently 5th in La Liga and 3 without a win. Could this be our moment? Well, we dominate the numbers, but we can't get a winner. Higher XG, more shots on target, more of the ball. Second half almost entirely in our control, but a 7.3 from their keeper manages to keep us at bay. But we do move into the top 8 places. If we beat Napoli, we could go straight through to the round of 16. The next league match is a much tighter margin than it should have been as well. We were in complete and total control of this game. 7 of our players operating on average in the Wolfsburg half. How they were second in the league for such a long stretch, I do not know, but it took us until the 92nd minute to get a winner. Zayat's played through by Warner. It was a great finish. Keeper left with no chance, but why had we not put the match to bed before then? And really frustratingly, Marquez has picked up an injury. He's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. That is our first choice right back who will not be taking to the field against Napoli. Thankfully, Fernandes seized his opportunity, coming on in the 17th minute. Got a 7.1 rating, so all is not lost, my excellent friends. So, Napoli versus Borussia Dortmund. They are absolutely storming Serie A this season. In Angelo and Kvaratskhelia, they have the 2 highest average ratings in the entire division. They've got the 2nd and 3rd top scorers. Ramsdale has kept more clean sheets than any other keeper, and they've got a goal difference 10 higher than the next best club. Honestly, if we get a win here, it's going to be a massive statement. And oh my word, what a statement it was! Napoli had more shots. At the start and end of the match, they were very much in control, but either side of half-time, we crushed them. 4 goals to 1. Kurz stepped in brilliantly for Marquez, moving out to right back to bring Dursdag into the centre. Apart from that, it's the team you've come to know and love just as much as me this season. 2 goals for Zayats. And man of the match was that man again, Paul Warner. That was a quality finish from Endrick for our first goal. To do this away from home, we could beat anybody this season. Great finish there from Zayats to put us 2 up. Questions of offside, but of course it was absolutely fine. And what a free kick there from Zayats as well. That is something that we have missed at Dortmund, but that player has got a brilliant right foot on him. 1-0 there with our 4th. Again, suspicions of offside. We totally deserved that victory. Endrick even missed a penalty as well. It could have been 5. The bad news is we picked up another injury in the process though. Struyken's 3 to 4 weeks now. But we've done it. We've qualified in 7th place in the league phase. We are straight through to the round of 16. And shockingly enough, we then come completely unstuck against Gladbach, losing 1-0 away in our follow-up in the Bundesliga. A match that we should absolutely not have lost. Possession, XG, shots, momentum, but in the 87th minute, we threw it all away. Mags, Sing, goal. So disappointing. Bayern and Leipzig now have an opportunity to gain ground. And gain ground they do. 7 points now separating us from Bayern and Leipzig. Leipzig now on a 10-match unbeaten run. This one certainly ain't over yet, but we have reached a very special moment, my most excellent friends. The final deadline day of the Director of Moneyball save for FM23. It's been an incredible ride, starting at Worthing all those seasons ago. There are rumours of Struyken's going to Juve, Aspiensen to Man United, so I do need to be prepared. But as I've said before, this is a quality squad that might not need any work. Just because it doesn't need any work doesn't mean that I shouldn't do any business. Look at this. Tamindu Bruce Smith, first choice England left back, played 33 matches for my old Everton team so far this season. I was the one who signed him for Brighton after their relegation to the Championship. He has not looked back and he wants to work with me again. Only problem is I can't afford £120 million to activate his release clause right now. But you see, now I've got a problem. Now I'm all excited. Now I want just one last awesome signing. And I'm going to break my Moneyball rules ever so slightly to make it happen. Normally, 25 is my age limit, but at 27 years old, valued at 61 to 75 million, Alfie Devine is an elite midfielder. He can play in defensive midfield or attacking midfield. Finally, some quality backup for Paul Warner, who could actually step in and make that deep line playmaker role his own ahead of Sam McNish and Rafael Luis. He's asking to leave because he wants to play in the Champions League. This has undervalued Moneyball signing written all over it. And the offer is accepted. £66 million now, another 17.75 after 50 league matches. With that, I can offer out Kylian Ledoux, because he has effectively no chance now of getting into the team if Devine signs. And sign he does. 4.5-star important player in his prime years. The fans are excited to see a global superstar at the club, and Ledoux can move to Leipzig for £43.5 million, which is a nice tasty £2 million profit on a signing we made just a year and a half ago. And we are done. The final transfers of the Director of Moneyball save have been concluded. Fernandes for Svenningsson, pretty much a straight swap in terms of age and ability, but Ledoux out to Leipzig and Devine in from Tottenham is a massive upgrade. Devine straight in there as the 4th best player at the club. And our first choice 11 now has 4-star ability in every single position. Oh my word, we really could win the Champions League this year. And the Bundesliga is suddenly looking very good. We have 7 players in the Dream 11, 3 for Bayern, and Endrick is the best player in all of Germany right now. But Bayern, pesky Bayern, are still odds-on favourites. They are 7 points behind us, but they have a very busy February to come. 6 matches, including that Champions League knockout round against Marseille. We, on the other hand, have just 4 matches in February, So will we still be flying high by the time of the Champions League last 16 draw? Yes, we will. 23 matches played. We've got a goal difference of 35. Bayern and Leipzig still 7 points behind. In the Champions League, Bayern did make it through with an aggregate victory over Marseille. So both Bayern and Leipzig will have Champions League football to contend with, just the same as us. Who will my Dortmund team play in the last 16 of the Champions League? It's Borussia Dortmund versus... Of course it is. Should have seen this one coming. We'll be back very soon, my excellent friends, to see if Stuart Ward can beat Bayern Munich and make it to the Champions League quarter-final.